Hi everyone. Today is going to be kind of a special, a little sad video, so sorry if the mood is kind of sad. As you've probably heard, David Bowie passed away. And I've been a fan of David Bowie I'm not calling myself the biggest fan, but I've known of him ever since I was in elementary school, and I would listen to him periodically, and not getting really into him until I was in 7th grade. And he's just kind of been this really big influence on my life. I've never really openly talked about him and how much of an impact he had on the way I do things, but he truly did. And so this video is going to kind of capture and just appreciate who he was and who he still is. For me growing up, it was really hard to kind of find my place anywhere, that is, even if it was in school with a group of friends. It was just really hard to kind of place myself somewhere. And so I would kind of, and I still do this, I kind of just show how I am through what I do, how I dress. That's just what I do, and that's kind of what David Bowie did, and that's where I got my influence from. And the fact how open he was with just his whole persona. I mean, it's not just secluded to his music, but how he dressed and his art and everything. That really influenced me to be open with myself and not just to be secluded to a tight box that society kind of wants you to be, but to present yourself as who you want to be. Like, I know, for example, I know a lot of times that I may walk out of the house wearing a really crazy and really weird outfit, but if that's what I'm feeling that certain part of the day, then that's what I do, and it's all just because I'm confident with what I do, and I kind of have to thank it to him. I mean, for me personally, as I'm sure it is for you, it was really, really hard to hear of his passing because it was just his birthday a few days ago. And I mean, I don't know when this is going to be uploaded, but it was his birthday on January 8th, and then he had just released his 25th album, Black Star, and I mean, that album is really awesome. And he just came out with this video for Lazarus, and which was really hauntingly creepy, and then everybody was excited because it's like, yay, it's his birthday. And then a few days later, we hear that David Bowie dead at 69, and it's like, what? How? What? Like, I remember reading the headline on Facebook during school. I was at lunch, I was not in class. I read the headline, and I got really confused. Like, he can't be dead, it was just his birthday. And I started crying, and nobody understood why I was. But for me, it just kind of felt, I mean, I wasn't alive clearly in the 70s and the 80s, the latter half of the 60s even, but David Bowie had this really big effect for many decades, and even going into the past decade that not that we kind of just got out of, but I mean, he had this big influence on everything, everywhere for the past 4 decades, if you must say. I mean, it was really even harder just figuring out that he had passed from cancer. Back in 2012, Adam Yauch from the Beastie Boys passed away from throat cancer, and that really affected me too because I love the Beastie Boys. I mean, I don't openly talk about them because I'm not really into hip-hop, but Beastie Boys, I really like them, and so finding about Adam's passing was really hard on me, and I really haven't been affected by someone's passing since Adam, and so with David passing, it was really, really sad and kind of hard on me. It's been really kind of gloomy the past few days, and I know some of y'all are probably like, why is she so sad? I mean, this guy didn't even know that she existed, and it's just like, he doesn't have to know that I existed, but just the effect that he had not only on my life, but on millions of other people's lives, that's the thing that hurts the most. Knowing that this big influence is gone. I mean, metaphorically, he's not gone. I mean, we still have his work here with us, but him physically isn't here. So I don't know, I guess this video is kind of my me giving thanks to him. Thank you for, I don't know what you want to call this video, me ranting about it, I don't know. Just thank you to David Bowie and what he did. I mean, he had this big impact on everything, and it's beautiful, and now that he's gone, it's just like, it feels like a part of past generations are slowly coming down because we're just losing people. Like, we just lost Lemmy from Motorhead, and I mean, I'm not a Motorhead fan, but every time that we lose someone that's big, not even just big, but just has an impact on the music industry, it's just really sad because a lot of people care about him. I mean, I could keep talking about this, but I just keep getting more sad just whenever I really sit down and think David Bowie isn't here. Like, I just keep getting really sad. So I think I'm just going to end it here. Thank you so much for watching. David Bowie was a great person, and he still is great, and I just hope that we can all appreciate who he was and what he gave to us while he was still here. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I promise the next video is going to be happier. So yeah, hope you all have a good day. Bye.